Welp. Wow. Wow. Again, man. The Patriots lose yet again. But, yeah. With all that being said, you guys are the title of the video. What do the New England Patriots do now? So, of course, if you guys like today's video, please click the like button as it really helps out the channel. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new and you like this type of content, as there's videos like this already on the channel and there will be more in the future. So subscribe, and I'm trying to reach 100 subscribers and it'd be greatly appreciated if we could reach that goal. And I will be doing a Q&A when we reach that goal. So if you guys want to learn more about me, well, click the subscribe button if you guys aren't. But now, let's just get this thing started. Now, this video is unscripted, so sorry if I do jumble my words, but I kind of just want to talk about the Patriots in this team. So, just a quick reaction to this Patriots loss. Yeah, this loss against the Bills. I want to say this. Cam Newton, I want to first say this. Cam Newton played good, you know. I really got to say that, you know. That's what I want. Yeah, Cam Newton just played good. So, of course, I'm not going to blame all of the loss on Cam Newton. Now, he had that fumble at the end, which was pretty bad. But aside from that, I mean, I think he did pretty good. Like, if I'm going to pull up his stats here real quick, you know. So, yeah, but he played pretty good in that game. And there's no doubt that New England looked a lot better than they did. You know, they were playing a lot better than they did in the San Francisco game. There's no doubt about it. You know, they made the game a pretty close game. They made it pretty close. They were fighting pretty hard, and it was just a close game overall. And I mean, this thing could have gotten a lot worse. Now, personally, I thought New England wouldn't play nearly as bad as they did against San Francisco. Since, I mean, it's kind of hard to play it's kind of hard to play that bad yet again, or like play worse. Like, of course it's possible, but I didn't think they would. Since Cam Newton, one thing I really like about this guy is that he holds himself accountable. Like, and yeah, Cam Newton, he was pretty good in that game. You know, he was 15 of 25 passing, and he threw for 174 yards, not too bad. Damian Harris was also really good, 16 carries for 102 yards, and averaged 6 yards a carry and had 1 touchdown. And Cam Newton also had 9 rushing attempts for 54 yards, and he also had a rushing touchdown. You know, I think they were actually pretty good. Not only that, but New England, they had some key guys out. You know, Edelman wasn't playing, neither was, man, what's his name, N'Keal Harry, he wasn't playing, and Stephon Gilmore, their best player by far, was not playing. So, you know, if you ask me, I think if those guys were playing, there's a good chance they would win. And I think if Cam Newton can continue to play like that in the defense, you know, assuming they can stay healthy and they can play pretty good, then I think New England still can save their season. But now let's just kind of talk about New England's season. Now, New England's season, right now they're 2-5, which is 3rd in the division. Now, personally, I think they can still save their season, but what do they exactly do? Personally, now addressing the question in the thumbnail, I mean, personally, I think tanking is definitely an option, because, I mean, here's the thing. If they realize at one point that, okay, our season's going to be over, then they might as well just tank to get the highest draft pick possible, and they can use it on whatever, you know, a quarterback, a wide receiver, something like that. It wouldn't be too bad. And now, I don't think New England will do a ton at the deadline. However, I do think if they want to really improve this team, they should definitely try and get a receiver. Yeah, sorry about that, you guys. Anyways, but I mean, really, they need to get a receiver on this team, because I mean, I think we can all agree, you know, they really do need another receiver, a good consistent pass catcher on this team. And the trade deadline's coming. You know, when I'm recording this, it's just 2 days away. You guys are probably gonna get this, I mean, I think the day before the trade deadline. So yeah, there's something there. But if you ask me, you know, the Patriots really need to get a consistent pass catcher. Now, that could be someone like David Njoku or Penny Stills, Brandon Cooks. You know, I suggest these guys in my trade deadline video, which I will leave a card above if you guys want to see that. If I do remember, hopefully I do. I think I will, but anyways. Now getting back to the video, you know, I think tanking would not be a bad idea. Now, of course, it would be hard for me, since, you know, losing is never fun, you know. Of course it would be hard, but it's definitely an option. Now, I could see them wanting to improve, and I think they should really, if they really want to like still and try to save their season and, you know, make the playoffs, then I think they should trade for a consistent pass catcher. So yeah, that's kind of what I think there. Now, what do I think? Now, looking at New England's the rest of their schedule and like what I think the record can be, I think at best they'll go 10-6. maybe, just maybe they go 11-5. I seriously doubt that. Okay, I seriously doubt 11-5. I think 10-6 is definitely something I think we could probably maybe 10-6. I mean, that I feel like that's their best record. But looking at their schedule, I think something like 9 I think. Now, as for how the worst they could be, I would say something like 7-9 or 6-10. But I think they can still be a solid team if Cam Newton continues to play like how he's playing, you know? Cam Newton really, you know, I think he was playing pretty good, you know, that's what I gotta say. I think if he can play like this, then the Patriots will still be able to, like, keep themselves in games. I mean, they have a tough schedule, so that really hurts, because I feel like if they had an easier schedule, they wouldn't be playing this bad, you know? Currently I'm not sure what New England's record is when they're, what is it? Like, currently, like, in general. But, yeah, you know, man, I'm trying to find my words. Personally, I think New England, if I were them, I mean, personally, as a fan, of course, I'd like to be good, but if they really think it's the best, then I think tanking might be an okay option. Yeah, currently New England, they're 13th in the AFC right now, so that's just not good. But I don't think their 2-5 record is really representative of how good this team is, because I think, really, I don't think they would be 5-2. Maybe they would be something like 3-2. I guess, you know, I think they could be, they would have a better record if their schedule wasn't, like, so hard. You know, they had to play Seattle, they had to play the reigning champions, they had to play the Raiders, which they did win. They also had to play the 49ers, and of course they had to play the Bills, you know. I mean, I think the Patriots, if you ask me, really what they have to do is get a consistent pass catcher. I don't expect them to do much at the deadline. I don't expect them to trade Gilmore this trade deadline, but I think that's going to transfer kind of over to the offseason part. Now, I could definitely see the Patriots, you know, making some moves in the offseason. Now, it really depends on how the rest of the season goes. Now, I have seen rumors about Allen Robinson or Odell Beckham Jr. even being traded. Now, of course, if I was Odell Beckham Jr., man, I said it kind of weird, you know. I'm sorry about that earlier. Now, if I was the Bears or the Browns, I would not trade those guys, you know. I would keep them around. But if I was the Patriots and they were giving, if I saw they were available, of course I'd go for them. You know, both of those guys are some of the best receivers in the NFL. You know, Allen Robinson's very underrated. Odell Beckham Jr., I mean, the guy is a very good wide receiver. You know, when he's healthy, he can be very good. You know, and he'd be perfect for this Patriots team. You know, he'd give them, like, he of course he'd be a consistent pass catcher, but he'd also be the type that they really would need the most, as the Patriots really do need a deep field, you know, how do I put it, like a guy who can stretch the field, you know, and he's like a deep threat, something like that. That would be great for this team. But honestly, I want to also talk about the Stephon Gilmore trade rumors. Of course, I saw some people, Patriots fans on Twitter, saying, like, J.C. Jackson had a good game, and of course, I like the guy a lot, you know. I think he's very underrated, and I saw some guys, though, suggesting that because he's there, they should trade Gilmore. Now, honestly, I think Gilmore, I really like the guy. I don't want to see the guy go, but if New England, like, based on how the rest of the season goes, if the Patriots think, okay, we should probably rebuild, then I think trading Gilmore would not be that bad of an idea. I don't think the guy really hates it in New England. I just think that if New England really thinks it's the best option, trading him might be the best idea. Because, I mean, of course, the guy is a very good player, one of the best players in the NFL, and of course, you can get something pretty good for him. Now, I also do want to talk about Josh McDaniels. I forgot to talk about him. I mean, I don't want to say the guy's flat out terrible. I mean, there's worse guys out there, but I mean, the guy needs to be less predictable, and sometimes the guy can be very stupid, you know? Like, the guy runs the ball a little bit too much, of course, and I've said this before. Like, I think I said this in my Patriots rant, which I will leave a card above. I mean, I'm okay with them being a run-first offense. It's just annoying, though, when they run the ball too much. But aside from that, really, it's kind of like the same stuff. I think the Patriots, I mean, they can go either way. Tank, or they can still try to save their season. I think they can possibly save their season. However, they got to play very well over these next games for the rest of the season. And they got a hard schedule. Like, they got to play Baltimore, the Rams. I mean, they got to play Buffalo again. I mean, who else? The Cardinals, yeah, it's not easy stuff, but honestly, that's kind of all I have to say for today's video. So yeah, with all that being said, I'm you know what to do, you guys. Like the video if you guys did enjoy, subscribe, it really helps out the channel. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, as I'm trying to reach 100 subscribers. And if you guys like this type of content, there's going to be more like this in the future, and there's already videos like this on the channel, so subscribe. And I will be doing a Q&A when we reach 100 subscribers, so if you guys want to learn more about me, click the subscribe button if you guys are new. But with all that being said though, you guys, well, I'm out, you guys.